Can you sing in any other languages as well?
Yeah, I can sing in 10 other languages as well.
Okay.
But I'm going to demyth what people usually think.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rohan Plus One show. For today's episode, I have a very special guest. She's an artist, and her latest track has got over 600,000 views on YouTube. Introducing Saloni, and she's going to perform for us.
Lately, I've been up working on everything and it's crazy. I'm trying to build on my legacy on a daily. People come into my life, they can't ever play me, no. Can't stray me, no. Gamyamante dooram తెలియదట ఆశ వెంట పయనం ఆగదట కలలు లేకపోతే ఎందుకట వయసు ఉన్న ఎదుట. Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for that. That was amazing. That was so cool.
Thank you.
So, as I mentioned, you're an artist, but where did that all start?
Me singing actually started at a very young age. I've been singing for as long as I can remember. But my parents first ever heard me sing when I was about 4 years old. Came to a shock to them because there's no one really musically orientated in my family. But the second they found out from like when I sing, Christmas carols and stuff from school and everything. And once they found out, they actually put me into Indian classical singing lessons, Carnatic music. And that's where I kind of learnt my bass and everything. And after that, I, listened to Bollywood songs, Hollywood songs at home, and I kind of just sing those, and then went to competitions singing that. But it was only once I went into school that I discovered like another side of music, which was the mainstream pop, Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars, Shawn Mendes, and all of that stuff. And that's when I started listening to that kind of music, and I did more Western stuff, and I kind of strayed away from my Desi side slightly. So then I just do pure mainstream. But it was only until like the last 3 years maybe, I'd say, that I've actually combined both my love for South Asian music as well as Western music, and I bring that together now.
Because like, what made you bring that change? Like, because you were saying, you did the mainstream stuff, and then you kind of went back to, your roots. Mm-hmm. Like, what kind of flicked the switch for that change?
I think a big part of it was like, this isn't who I truly am, and a big part of the creative industry or anything creative is to show your creative identity, and that's what I wanted to bring through, because my identity is not one or the other. It's actually a mix of the two. I can't say I'm purely Desi and I can't say I'm purely Western. Like, I'm literally the mix of the two, being brought up here with an ethnic background, but being brought up in a Western country. So that's why I wanted to bring the two together, because it's literally showing who I am as an artist, as a person.
Okay. And is it quite challenging, like, when you're writing songs, like bringing like the two, the Western and the Desi culture together, when like creating songs? I
think regardless of what language you're writing some people find it challenging, some people find it like it comes to them in a tap of a finger. But for me, songwriting has always been a bit on the tougher end than normally singing, because for me, where I excel is literally just singing live. But I do enjoy, I think recently as well, the fact that like South Asian melodies come to me quickly, and then I can write on it, like to write English lyrics to it. So I tend to write my English lyrics, and then I tend to get the South Asian languages written by someone else. But at the same time, I've been pushing myself as well. The latest song that I sang, that I wrote, Nee Gundellounna, I actually wrote the Telugu lyrics for that myself. Oh, nice. So I'm always trying to push myself.
No, I get that. So let's talk about, your latest track. So, congratulations on, the success of it and stuff. So I would say, like, what do you think the key to that was, like, in terms of, like, the success?
I think there's multiple factors. One is that it's got such a catchy melody, and it's got a really Bollywood feel to it because of the high tune of it, which I've not really done before. Like, I tend to stick more to what I listen to in terms of R&B, pop side of things, and then bring the languages into that. Whereas with this time, we took a different take to it, and I took more of a Bollywood feel to it, and then wrote English stuff to it later on. So I think that high tune and like the beat was really infectious. So like, those things kind of honed in on it, and also the fact that I collaborated with Bilal Shahid. He's a really well-known Bengali artist, so loads of people, like his fan base, kind of came onto it, and I just think it's like the beauty of two artists coming together to create something, because you bring in two different fan bases. It's got 3 different languages on it, which probably not been seen before. I think it's the first ever Telugu, Bangla, English sort of original. So yeah, I think those are the reason why it's done so well.
And it's quite different, right? You've got Telugu and you've got the Bangla. Yeah. But, when you were collabing with, Bilal Said, Was it quite a challenge, to do the Bangla and the Telugu together?
So actually, it was such a smooth session. It went so well with him, which I was actually nervous going into the session because I do get a little nervous like working with new people because I'm like, I've never worked with this person. Is the session going to go all right? I sometimes do like sticking to like the people that I know I work well with. But I was so glad I stepped out of my comfort zone to work with Bilal Shade because he took me out of my comfort zone to write something different to usual. And initially we weren't actually sure what language to put on it. I went in thinking it was just going to be Bangla and English. But when we heard the melodies that we'd written, we were like, okay, you know what? Telugu would sound so nice on this. So we just decided, okay, I'll write the Telugu lyrics, he'll write the Bangla lyrics, and we'll write our respective English lyrics too.
Okay,
so,
nice.
yeah.
So can you sing in Bangla as well?
So I can do. I have before, but what I realized was before I sang in Indian Bengali, which I didn't realize was different to Bangladeshi Bengali. There's different dialects in in Bangladesh. So when I met Bilal, I actually understood what these differences were. So when I heard him sing, I was like, this isn't what I've usually sung in before. Because I've like sang at Bengali events, but they were mainly Indian Bengali events. So it was nice to find out the different like dialects, and now I can if I need to have the lyrics in front of me, and then I need to get it checked with someone like Bilal, and then only then I'll sing in the language.
Nice. And can you sing in any other languages as well?
Yeah, I can sing in 10 other languages as well.
Okay.
But I'm going to demyth what people usually think. They think I can speak in all these 11 languages. I cannot. I can sing in them. And that's because when you listen to a language a lot, you kind of grasp the pronunciations a bit. And I have family, friends in all these different languages. So then I just get my pronunciation checked with them before I release anything.
Yeah. And do you think that's like a unique selling point? Like when you put music out, or like, when people are looking, to work with you, do you think that's kind of what makes you quite unique? Because not many people, might not be able to sing in like 10 languages. Like it's quite unheard of.
100%. I think that is the USP that I do go with as an artist.
Nice. So, in terms of like growing up, who were like your inspirations in the music industry?
So my biggest one was always Shreya Ghoshal.
Okay.
Her voice is amazing, and I've always dreamt of being like her. And then that was my Desi side, and then on the Western side, I had Taylor Swift as one of my biggest inspirations. Shawn Mendes and Bruno Mars, I'd say those three were big ones for me. And then when I actually went to see the crossover, I think when I even found out that it's a possibility to do crossover was when I heard Zach Knight, and he's been my inspiration to kind of go into the bridge of things, and I do, those are the
That's
three
how
inspirations.
You've got into it, yeah. Because I mean, like, I used to listen to Zach Knight growing up. I still do. Like it's played, like he was a kind of. Would you say he was one of the first like to actually bring that crossover?
I mean, there were others like Rishi Rich, Jay Sean, Juggy D, and all of that, but I don't know why Zach Knight just hit the most for me.
Yeah, same. But like nowadays, you have so many people now bridging the gap. Like, what do you think of the British Asian scene right now?
There's so much talent in this scene, and it just needs to be represented more mainstream. And I do think it's going to happen soon, so we just got to wait for that to happen.
Yeah, it's definitely like grown like over the years, you know, and now even like the British Asian rap scene, right? You know,
I agree.
What do you think? Like, what do you think of that? Do you listen too much?
Yeah. So obviously, like if you the rap scene, like for example, Slime recently released his Leng, and that went viral, right? Or like even someone I've worked with before, Arma, his stuff goes quite viral with like the rap scene and everything. And it's nice to hear different genres of work being having that Asian twist to it. Actually, when I'm thinking of it, I'd probably say AP Dhillon's the best one so far in terms of bridging two different genres. And like, for example, the Punjabi stuff that he says, it's pure Punjabi rap, but like the beats are not at all. It's very westernized, and I think that's where that's like the new recent stuff that has happened that has done really well, and is going to take over.
Yeah, it's grown so much, and he has done so well, you know, as an artist. But is there someone you would like to collab in like the British Asian music scene, like not like
Yeah. Zach Knight is the dream to work with. It's just because he's been the person that I've seen growing up.
Yeah.
But honestly, anyone in the scene I would love to work with, just because like for me, it's not just working with anyone. It's like I'd love to bring the different cultures together. For example, with Bilal, it was nice bringing that Bengali culture. When I collaborated with Arma, it was nice bringing that Punjabi culture. So I just want to work with artists from all different like parts of South Asia to bring in the beauty of different cultures onto one.
And I guess with that, like, you can both like learn from each other as well,
Exactly.
right? You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you're definitely that must be a must. Like, let's get it happening. You know.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So, you watch Bollywood films, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your opinion? Because it's been done so much more now on, you know, like Bollywood films taking songs and remaking it.
Yeah. It's such a controversial topic because there is like, what I've seen at least, Bollywood doesn't tend to give credit to where they've taken it from. So I think there's just this thing about everywhere, like music is inspired from loads of different places. Like, for example, like, I think I saw the other day, like Toxic was inspired from a Bollywood, it was literally sampled from a Bollywood song. And that's like a Western song being inspired from a Bollywood song. So I think songs are like, melodies are just taken from everywhere, but when they're adapted and used in a different format, then it's okay, because that's what creativeness is. It's taking ideas from different places and kind of making your own twist to it. So with Bollywood taking and copying songs and stuff, if it's a pure outright copy, then yeah, they should be crediting there and then. But I don't blame them for taking general like snippets of places, because that's what music is. It's taking creativity from other places, even just general content as well. Like on TikTok you'll see like one dance being taken and it like slightly adapted, and they won't credit the original dancer because they've adapted it to their own style. Or like even I saw this like Bhangra thing, like it was taken, Bhangra steps are very similar, right? So then it looks like it's been a copy, but it's not. They've just used similar steps. But if it's an exact copy, then the credit should be given.
Yeah, because it depends. Like some of them have been good, but then some of them is just like, what?
You mean, do I like the copies of the...
Oh yeah, like, but what's your opinion on it as well? Like that's what I think you kind of answered that. Yeah, you answered that.
I mean, usually I do prefer the original song. Like, for example, Manike Mange Hitta, I loved the original song, and then they made it into Bollywood, and I was like, I preferred the original song.
Oh, was that with Nora Fateh? He was...
No, that one was the Sri Lankan singer. I forgot her name.
But the one in Bollywood.
Yeah, there was one in Bollywood, and then the Nora Fatehi song I think is like Lagdi Lahore or
Saki Saki is the good one. Yeah,
Saki Saki is good. I don't think I've actually heard the original Saki Saki.
Oh, okay. So. It's got what's his name, Sanjay Dutt.
Okay.
He's swinging around his knife. But yeah, like, but I don't know. Even everything's getting remade now.
Yeah,
really, like films, songs, but it's like find your uniqueness.
Yeah, I mean, as long as there's a unique twist to it. But sometimes the original is just the best.
So, like, you know, in terms of like your, you know, saying artists and stuff, do you like manage yourself or do you have a manager?
So I have been in between managers overall, but I think I've not found one that's fully fit with me. I tend to, a lot of this stuff I tend to manage myself because I know how I work and everything, but I am still looking for that right fit. And I think that goes through, to be able to find that person, it does take some time.
Trial and error, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And I guess you want that connection with someone. But is it, you know, quite stressful when you like kind of do everything yourself, right?
It can be, but I think that's where I have a limit where I kind of plan my days so that it doesn't stress me out too much. But yeah, I know eventually that I do need it's gonna hit, and for now I'm okay. But I am in talks with a few, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, nice. And in terms of, you know, like future goals and aspirations, do you have any at the moment?
Yes, I mean, the dream is to eventually release an album with all these different languages that I spoke about that I can sing in, to kind of show that, you know, I've not started working on it yet, but I do eventually want to release an album with all these different languages to sort of unite the different cultures, and that's one. And then the big dream is to, you know, perform at arenas and
sell out
stuff like that. So but that's long-term dreams.
I understand. And have you done like gigs as well before? And
so for me, I think I mentioned it earlier, but performing live is the thing that I love the most about being an artist. Nothing tops that. So I love performing at gigs. I love performing at Mellas. I've done opera houses before. Obviously not doing opera, but like they booked out that venue for a different type of concert. Mellas with like thousands and thousands of people. I did Great Escape this year, which is like my first big festival sort of thing. So yeah, I've done lots of gigs, and that's literally why I do music. I love doing more gigs.
But you get like stage fright, you know, when you're on that stage. Is it quite like nervous, or are you like quite calm?
I've actually been performing since I was about 5 years old on stage. So over time, my nerves have calmed down. And there was a point actually when I was with my artist development label where I would literally do pub gigs every other week, and that would make me practice for performing live. So my stage fright has definitely gone down. But if it's like a really big show, then I do get a little nervous. But the second I'm on stage, it honestly just goes away because I see the audience in front of me, and I love singing. Like it's like I'm transferred into another world when I sing. So it kind of just goes away. All the nerves go away when I'm just singing in front of an audience.
And I guess when everyone's cheering for you, that must really help.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
So you went to university, right? So what were you doing at uni?
So at university, I did management science at UCL. So completely different to music, but that was my sort of backup sort of thing.
Okay, but what made you want to kind of have a backup? Was there any reason why?
I've always been quite an academic. Especially being part of a brown household, I've always like been pushed for studies and stuff. And I even took a gap year after secondary school, after I did my A-levels. I took a year out just to focus on my music. And I think what I realized in that year out was I would like to do some more education and balance music on the side. And it's definitely the best thing I've done, just because management science has skills that can also be transferred into like, you know, managing myself or managing a business. And in a way, when you're managing yourself, especially, being an artist is a business. And when you look at it as a business, that's when it makes more sense to do it. So management science has helped doing that. And it's just something that I have a degree in the back of me now. So I have a bit more confidence in myself. And also it's like I've got a safety net to kind of fall back on, which feels good.
And were you still doing your music while you were at uni, right?
Yes, I was. And my music actually got bigger while I was at uni. Yeah.
But were you doing like original tracks, or what was it that you kind of were doing?
So in the first year of uni, I was actually doing covers and stuff, which I was following on from my gap year actually, because I was doing like these mashups and everything. In the first year of uni, my TikTok went viral, which is when more people found out about me because of these covers that I was doing on TikTok. And then it was in second year that I released my first original in the British Asian scene, which was an English and Punjabi track. And then after that, I did an English and Telugu track. After that, I did an English and Hindi track. And then recently this track. So it was from second year of uni onwards that kind of hit for me. And I've just graduated. So
congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So like when you record and, do your songs, is there quite a lot that goes into the production?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of thought to it, right? It's what are the melodies, what are the beats going to be, what's the theme of the song, what are the lyrics going to be. There's lots to think about, but working with the right producers, having a theme in mind and going into the session with that always helps. And sometimes you can just go in with a blank canvas and see how it goes. Every song, every session has a different approach. So I feel like with the creative industry, you just kind of see how it goes. You go with the flow.
And like in your videos, do you dance in it, or when you're in it? Is it?
So it's a whole thing, isn't it? It's a whole production. I love music videos because it's a day for yourself. Like, it can be a bit stressful, but nothing's not stressful. So what I tend to do is I go in with like a timetable. Like I'm like, okay, by this time we want to get ready. By this time we want to get this shot done. But let me tell you, it never sticks to that timetable. But it's good to have that structure there so we know what we're looking at. So I even have like a vision board in place where I'm like, this outfit should be like in this scene. But then there's also some creative freedom. Like the videographer will tell me, I think this would look nice instead. But overall, music videos are so fun because you're just singing your song, you're performing. There's a makeup artist to your hair, to your makeup. And then my biggest pillar is literally my mom. I could not do my music videos without my mom. I always need her to like help me with my outfits or just tell me how I look, take some BTS content. So I can never go to a shoot without my mom.
And are your family quite supportive of you, when you're going on this journey? Yeah,
they're very, very supportive. I'm very thankful for having the parents that I do because it's not common for Asian parents as such to, you know, support an industry, like support a career like this, because it's very uncertain in their eyes. I mean, you can find ways around it, but to what people know to be certain, the music industry is a bit more uncertain. So it does get scary, but they've been supportive every step of the way. And now they have faith in me that I know what I'm doing. So I feel like they're more supportive now as well. So
yeah, no, that's good. So, you know, as you know, you've now started to, you know, build your profile up. Was there any, you know, like challenges or like hard times, you know, that you faced like, coming up to this point?
Challenges, I think everyone faces challenges going throughout their career. I think it's maybe finding the right forms of support, the right forms of like funding and stuff. For one of my releases, I was supposed to get some funding for it, but actually last minute it dropped out, and it was a tough moment because it felt like I was back in square one. So it was finding ways around that funding, which I did eventually, and that was for my latest track, which has become a great hit. So thankfully I stayed on the project and I didn't kind of go away just because I lost the funding. But that's a big thing as an artist as well. Yeah.
Okay, nice. And I guess with like challenges, did it kind of get you down? Like, did you feel like, like
yeah,
something's gonna...
yeah, I mean, it's a given because it does, emotionally, it does take a toll on your mind, right? Because like I said, it felt like I was back to square one because I thought all the singles that I'd kind of worked for had finally got some funding for it. Like it all seemed worth it. And then suddenly that funding's gone and it feels like I'm back to square one. But it's about having that mindset shift. Like, okay, I'll take a few moments to like drown in my own sorrows for a bit. But then I have this like mindset of, okay, everything happens for a reason. I truly think everything happens for a reason. So I'll find some way around it and work around it. And when you do work around it, you'll get fruitful outcomes out of it.
Yeah, and I guess the thing is like being consistent with it as well. Like if you do like fall back or something happens, then like kind of, you know, when you're ready, get back up. Don't just like say this is it. Because,
yeah, of course.
You know,
I think one thing that my dad has always said to me was the only thing that's constant in life is change. So when things aren't going your way and things have changed, like that's always going to happen. Your resilience kind of shows who you are as a person, how you'll kind of get through your career. So if you're able to, you know, adapt to changes, adapt to unexpected events, then you'll sort of fly. So it's tough, but I've always tried to push myself to like adapt to scenarios and kind of find another way around it, because not everything will ever go your way.
That's the thing. And I guess, life is ups and downs. It's like, it's a roller coaster, isn't it? You know, it's never going to be smooth sailing, especially, you know, because now you're like not an influencer or like a public person now. I guess like there's going to be that expectation from people as well, right?
Yeah. I think talking about expectations, actually, it's one thing you've got to remind yourself is, yes, there's expectations out there, but you can't live for other people's expectations. You've got to live for yourself, right? And I'm sure everyone has to remind themselves of it, because everyone does get kind of sidetracked a bit and kind of works towards what other people are saying and everything. But as long as you have a vision of what you want to do and you have like a perspective and you know your own goals, then you'll be fine. You don't always have to meet everyone's expectation. And I think realizing that kind of helps you in a way.
Yeah, I guess it's meeting your own expectations,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Like if you have a goal, like, you know, go for it.
Yeah,
and don't let other people distract you, really. That's because it can be hard as well, you know, even being like South Asian or like family or like, you know, people will talk, you know people from this side of family or this side of family, you know, we like talking and be like, you know, oh, he went here and now he's doing this, you know.
Yeah, no, that's definitely happened. I mean, I think being South Asian and being a woman as well is just a whole other challenge. Yeah, I mean, there have been comments like I have had comments before where it's just been like, what would you like? You're doing your music right now, but what would you do when, like, if you get married and your husband doesn't let you do being an artist? And in my mind, I'm like, why is that even a thought that comes up? Everyone has their own identity. Like, I don't need to get approval from anyone. Forget about a husband per se. Like, I don't need approval from anyone to do what I want to do, as long as I'm content and I know what I'm doing and I have I think it's that mindset shift that really needs some changing, that like women have their ability to do their own thing. And that's also kind of what I've written songs about before. For example, Chali Mein, which is literally a track about women empowerment, that the girls need to support one another to be able to get to the top. Whereas if there's a girl that's, you know, asking you questions like that, because it was a girl, it was a female that asked me this question, what would you do? And you're a female yourself, and but I don't blame her, because that's probably the environment she was put around growing up in South Asian environment, where it's like you adjust everything for your future husband or whatever. And I think that's the mindset shift that really needs to be changed. And that was kind of what kind of inspired me for my song Chali Mein, because it's like, you don't need to rely on anyone else to get to where you want to be as a female. You get to where you want to be, and you get support from other females. And it's only when you support other females that you'll be able to get to the top. Because if you're trying to push everyone down, or it's that competitive behavior doesn't help. It's always, you know, being strong together to help each other get to the top, basically.
And that's the thing, like, what are you gonna get out of like shitting on someone's parade? You know what I mean? Like, karma. It's literally
it's karma. Yeah,
like,
true.
Don't. What are you gonna, like, why? And what are you gonna get out of it? Like, you know, just.
But like I said, I think it's also a lot of it's what you've been growing up with. It might seem normal. Like, this person might have thought it was just normal to work towards settling for your husband or whatever. But I think it's, like I said, it is shifting that mindset and working around it, and being more aware that that's not what the world is anymore. Everyone can work for what they want to do, and if they want to, you know, settle for their future husband later on, that's their own choice. But it's having that choice to either, if I want to do my own thing, then I'll do my own thing, or if I want to, you know, support my husband or whatever, then I'll do that. But it's like, you have to have the choice to do both. You can't just be expected to do one side.
No, I understand that. So are you ready to play a game?
Okay, yeah, go on.
So I've got my questions here. So the game is gonna be guess the translation. So I've got the lyrics in English.
Okay.
And then you have to translate them in the language that they were written in. I've got I'll tell you the language as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's tough. Okay, I'll try my best. If it's translating from English to another language, it'll probably be better. Like, I think Hindi and Telugu are probably the only ones that I can do, or maybe Punjabi as well.
Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got, because hopefully this shouldn't be too hard. The ones I picked, you know.
Cool.
But let's see how many you get. And if you want, I'll give you like
hints.
If you want, maybe.
Okay,
We'll see how that goes. All right. So you ready?
Okay.
All right. So the first
really testing me.
The first song is, so all these boys are insane. Big talk and big excuses. Your young age girl, beware.
The first one, Emunde Pagalane Sare.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, there you go.
You got the first one, see? So it's not that bad.
Fair, it's not bad, okay.
No. All right. Let's go for the second one. So, come to the street of my heart. Don't chase guys. Like that, don't show me your attitude, beautiful. And that's like, I think it's a Punjabi song.
Can you do that again?
Yeah.
Again, I don't actually understand these languages.
No, yeah. It's just a test. It's a little, because, you know.
Okay, let's go.
So yeah, it was, come to the streets of my heart. Don't chase guys like that. Don't show me your attitude, beautiful. And a hint, is from the artist you were growing up like listening to.
Zach Knight, okay. Can you give me a tune? No.
Oh, me
will
sing.
That give it away?
Me sing.
Or like.
Wait. Korea.
I know which one you're talking about.
No. Yeah.
It's like one of his old songs,
yes,
right?
Yes, you're there. Korea. Go on. Yeah. Knock it. Oh no,
no, is it not that one? No. Okay.
I think you might have had it first. I don't know if you changed. Did you change it then?
I think so. Maybe I just mashed one of his songs up there.
Korea.
Yeah, no. See, I don't know the words.
Right,
I'll know the tune.
All right, the next one. My reading voice is like, in the distance, moonlight shining bright. Somewhere moon backdrop. Wait, this I didn't translate these myself, by the way. But yeah, in the distance, moonlight shining bright. Somewhere moon backdrop is in the night, and that's a Tamil song.
Oh, okay, I'm not gonna know that. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, right? Because with these songs, like I said, I don't understand them, right? So when I sing a song, I look up the meaning
and then
sing it so that I know what I'm singing. But I don't actually understand these languages to be able to sing them.
So that one was Paula Veri.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you another. What about Hindi? How good are you on Hindi?
Yeah, I mean, I understand
All right,
Hindi,
go on
but
then. Let's okay. All right.
got to be a bait song though.
I guess this is bait.
Okay.
It came out a while ago though.
Okay.
But it's from like a popular film, I would say.
Fine.
Yeah. So you're my journey, you're my destination. Oh my heart, it's hard to live without you. It's from a film.
Is it Tere Bina? I mean, without you means Tere Bina, so I'm just guessing that one. Can you give me a hint?
The film's got Ranbir Kapoor in it, and he sings.
What, Gully Boy?
No,
that's Ranbir Singh. My bad.
Ranbir Kapoor, and he's an artist in the film.
What movie is that?
Edil Ho.
Oh, is it Edil
Yeah, I'm just gonna... So we're gonna play
Really
another.
testing me.
So yeah, we're gonna play another game now, guys. So what I'll do is give you like a few songs,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you can finish the song off.
I'll try
Yeah?
my best.
I don't know. Just don't judge my singing voice. I don't think, but I'm gonna get them up on my phone, and then we can start.
Okay, cool.
All right, first one. Just my pronunciation might be a bit off, but you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Agalajva majburi nu.
आने जाने दे पसूरे नु जहर बने हाँ तेरी पिंचावा में पूरी नु. Yeah, there you go.
See, that's it. Better. All right, the next one. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Given bol Java daste तेरे नाल जो गुजरे दिन हम ते नहीं हो लगता दिन रात चैनू हूँ तू तेरे बिना
I don't think I know that song.
कवारी आज सजना.
Is it that nice
Yeah,
song?
yeah, you're on it. Yeah, you're on it. You're going.
आजा सजना
That's
ना
it.
ना ना ना
See?
ना ना.
Come on.
Na, 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 na. I don't know the
You
words
knew it
though.
though, but you got the beat of it. You got the beat of it.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna do 5. So we're on 2.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay, go on.
Tola sari.
Toli sari prema.
Yeah, I had to use one. I had to use one.
Toli sari prema chupuvantangaane undira prema panchakunam. Amitamake bhalabashe ekta shuddha sayate kodiyadi mazivunta.
Perfect.
That's my
See?
latest song.
And that's your latest track, isn't it? Okay, 2 more. Next one's Telugu song, but my pronunciation is going to be a bit off. So, Nav ame anate ni pala panjoy natunundira. And then it...
Is it Natu or something?
And then it goes... Oh, but if
I can't get the pronunciation.
Same
Sa-
na same.
Oh, Nasami.
Yeah,
Nasami.
That's-
Nasami. It's like an
How does the
island.
dance move go? Like...
It's like that. I don't know. I actually don't know.
But yeah, see? Last one.
Okay.
So this is a Hindi song
Okay.
from a old school Bollywood film.
Old school. Okay.
Okay. दिल के बंदले में दिल का नजरा देने मेरी हर धड़कन क्या बोले है सुन 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 सुन.
Don't think I know this one.
Old school, like old Bollywood.
Can you say that, but in the tune?
Okay. Which bit?
Whatever you just did now.
Right. I'm trying to think of the tune. Okay. Dil ke badle mein dil ke naz. All right. Let me just start from. Actually, let me give you the next. So mere har darkan ki bole ke sun sun sun.
Sajan garaya na.
Yeah, that's it.
That one.
That's it. See, you got those. Though.
Yeah, that one, the Sajan ki garaya,
Yes,
right?
yes. You got those, man.
Fair enough.
Well done. I think you got all of them, didn't you?
Think so. Yeah, I didn't know the words to a lot of them, but I knew the tunes.
Yeah, but it could be me as well. Like my pronunciation could be so off. Like
No.
between
It was a
people.
fun. It was a fun game.
It's good. Though. It was good. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So, what's next for Saloni?
Literally just working on new music. Might have an acoustic version of Nee Gundellounna coming out. But other than that, literally just working on new music for the new year. Trying to make stuff that lives up to the standard of this latest track. And just work on an EP to release in the summer.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much. And we'll put a link to your website
Socials.
and your tracks as well, so people can listen to it as well.
Thank you. And it's easy to find me anyway. Just
Yep.
search up Saloni Music, Saloni Music.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And that's a wrap. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.